welcome to Karika Yoga. My name is Kari, and today I'm going to talk about, if this is your first yoga class that you're going to join, how to be prepared both physically and also how to be prepared for what to come in a yoga class. So first of all, I'm very happy that you are interested in joining a yoga class and interested in the practice. And interested in what it's all about. Is it a hype? Is it something that is good for you, or what is it, right? I joined my first yoga class when I was 19, I think. And it was strange. It was very strange. That's 10 years ago now. I was very comfortable with Pilates, which is pretty similar. But the yoga class that I joined was very focused on the wind in the trees and about feeling inwards and a lot of things that I wasn't so used to, and so it was a lot of giggles and trying to hold myself in. Now I'm more used to what kind of yoga class that I'm entering, so I'm more prepared just by knowing the name of the yoga practice. So that's one thing to know, that not all yoga classes are the same. There's so many hundreds of different yoga styles, and how the teacher is performing the class is also very individual. So you can never be fully prepared for what to come. Not just because of the style and the teacher, but also because of you. Whatever is going on with you might come up also in class, because a yoga teacher can or is there for you to feel and to feel safe and allow whatever comes to come. Yeah, it's very interesting. That's why I love the practice, because it's focused on you and how you are right now, right here. And the teacher is simply there to guide you. The teacher is never 100%, what's the word? They don't know what's best for you. Okay, so you have to also be tuning in with yourself, and that can be difficult when it's your first class or your second or third, and there's a lot of things that's going on at the same time. There's asanas, like postures. There's different names in Sanskrit that you haven't heard before. There are other people, and there are music maybe, and there's your breath. There's so much things going on. But firstly, let's start at the basic. What are you gonna wear? Wear anything that is comfortable for you. You don't have to have pants, like yoga pants. Please put on pants, but you don't need yoga pants. You can have, if you have some sweatpants from before, or just anything that you're comfortable with that is stretchy. That also depends on what yoga class you're going to, by the way. If you're going to a hot yoga class, you can wear shorts. You can have just, if you're a girl, you can just have, I don't know if this is for all yoga studios, but the ones that I've joined, you can just have a sports bra and shorts. So something that breathes, something that stretches. And if you're joining like Medi yoga or yin, maybe a very loose, maybe even a wool sweater. So it depends on what class you're joining. If you're joining my class, some yoga pants or sweatpants or whatever, or shorts, and a top, a t-shirt. Why I always wear something that is more tight-fitting is because we stand sometimes in downward facing dog or upward in upside down in general. And if I'm wearing a sweater now, it will fall over my face. And for you, maybe it's not a problem, but for me teaching, it can be a bit difficult. Yeah, so that's that. You don't have to bring, like socks, you don't have to bring. There are socks that is more good for mats, for slippery mats. I don't like them. Some people use socks, some people don't. And then the mat. There are different types of mats. Some mats are super thin because maybe the people using them is traveling frequently. I also have a traveling mat that I often put on top of other mats when I'm traveling. But this mat, I think, is 5 millimeters, and for my practice is perfect. But my knees can be a bit pain. I can feel pain in my knees sometimes if you put too much on my knees. So I have one of these. I don't see them that often. I bought this one at Decathlon in the Canaries, and it's just like a hard foam kind of to have under my knees. For instance, if I'm in gate pose, Parigrasana, I have a lot of pressure down on one knee, and the other foot is not pressure at all, and I'm going over. So if you're having a very thin mat, it can be nice to invest in something like this. It cost maybe €4, I think, something like that. Or have a blanket. Most yoga studios have blankets and have the props that you need. So, and some studios don't want people to use props because it's very classical approach to it. But a blanket is also almost as comfortable as this. It works really fine. Yeah. And if you're going to a class that is in a colder place, maybe it's not a studio, maybe it is at a gym, a school gym where I teach, for instance. We don't have that much. Now we do, but we didn't. So bringing a blanket can also be just nice, because we're gonna, in most classes, we end the practice in Savasana, which is corpse pose, where we lay down. It's one of the most important asanas in the practice. The most, in my opinion, where you rest down, and it can get quite cold if you're staying for a longer period. This is a time and space for coming back to your natural breath. The muscles can relax, your mind can relax, you can completely relax, but also a moment for meditation. Maybe the teacher is guiding you through meditation. It's a super nice asana. And asana is the word for pose. And the poses have sometimes funny names, from child pose, warrior pose, downward facing dog, upward facing dog, puppy pose, cobra. There's a lot of different names, but all of the names come from Sanskrit, which is a sacred written language, and you don't have to learn them in your first practice, but it's actually a really nice structure to learn it. I can come back to that in another video if it's something people want, but it's nice to remember a few of them, like Savasana. When the teachers say, and Savasana, it's very nice to now I can relax, now I know. And also to not need to have your eyes open all the time, but can close them. And the other one is Tadasana, mountain pose. It's also nice to know. And Chaturanga, if you're joining a Vinyasa class, Chaturanga is not a pose, it's a movement. So most of them have asana after. So Tadasana, Shavasana. But Chaturanga is a movement, it's not a pose. And Chaturanga, if you're preparing for a Vinyasa class, you can do it by staying in a high plank or with your knees down. And elbows in, and it's kind of like a push-up, but with small elbows, and instead of going up, you're going, or down and up, you're going just down. So one is down, relaxing, and then going up to cobra, or knees down, down, cobra. What else do you need to prepare for? Okay, so how teachers always prepare differently. I usually have a course, not like individual classes. So I always ask if there's someone who's new to yoga, but not all teachers ask this. And I also always ask if there's some injuries that I need to know about, high or low blood pressure, and if the person is pregnant or not. And this is nice to know because if you're pregnant, you can't lay down on your back for too long. It's not good. It's going to press, the baby's going to press down on your blood vessels, and you might faint, which we don't want in a yoga class. And if you have high blood or low blood pressure, I don't want you to have your hands over your head a lot. I want them to have them in your heart center. And this is also something that I keep reminding my students about, because maybe they don't know and they get dizzy. So I ask, like, if you get dizzy, you always have the option. If you get tired in your arms, you always have the possibility to do this. So there's always variations in yoga, and this is also important to know. If your teacher is showing you an asana, maybe extended side angle stretch, bending your front knee and coming into the pose. Maybe this is not accessible for you. Maybe you're here and you're wondering, how do I get down there? Then you can rest your elbow down and your hand over. Okay, so there are variations. Maybe also the teacher is going straight into like an advanced version. So that's important to know, that it's your body, your mind, your breath, and you have to listen to what is right for you. You're the person who's gonna have to live in this body after the class as well, not the teacher, not the other students. The other students, maybe they look super serious, maybe they look at you and then they look back. They don't judge you. And if they do, it's on them, right? And don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself for if you feel like you should be better or should be more flexible. Everything will come. Everything is a practice. And that's a good reminder for everything in life. Yes, so we have your outfit, we have your what you need to bring, water and food. Okay, so food, don't eat hour and a half before you join a yoga class, at least an hour before joining. Mainly because if you go upside down, it won't feel so nice. And also your belly will be kind of full, so doing twists is not going to be so accessible for you. And we don't want to, we're kind of giving our intestines a massage when we're doing deep breath works and also these twists. And we don't want it happening with the belly full of food. We want it to be kind of clean. It's a cleansing practice as well. And water, you're not supposed to drink water during the class, but of course if you're thirsty and you need water, then drink water. Listen to your needs. And everything that happens during a class, I can say it, most things that happen during class is natural. If you start laughing, that's how your body reacts. If you start crying, that's also a reaction. If you get mad, if you get frustrated, whatever happens, something gets triggered, and allow whatever comes, accept it. Don't judge yourself for whatever happens. And also a lot of air can come. That's also natural. Sometimes I hear them out loud, sometimes I just notice it. It most probably will happen once in your practice, if it's from you or if it's from someone else. It's natural. And yeah, meditation. If meditation is not a part of your practice, what I can tell you about that is you are not doing anything wrong when you're not thinking about nothing. Okay, that's like not a myth, but in a way a myth that meditation is to not focus on anything. That's advanced, okay? Most people, it's natural. Thoughts come all the time. And the choice that you have is to put awareness to those thoughts, or to, okay, now I'm thinking about this thing. Come back again. That's not what I'm going to focus on. Come back to my breath, or come back to the teacher's voice, or come back to a sensation in my body. So you are not your thoughts, and the thoughts is not what you are creating. They come. It's like a train going. Okay, the train is coming. I'm noticing it, and it's passing away. I'm aware that it's passing away and can come back to my breathing. So that's the choice that you have. And a meditation can be 2 minutes, 15, 20. In a yoga practice that is just an hour is not so normal. That is a longer time. But I love meditation. It's an amazing practice and does so much wonders and healing, and has so many benefits other than just helping you be here and now in the present moment. Yeah. I hope you are prepared now for your yoga class. And the last thing I can say is that if the yoga class that you're going to, if you didn't enjoy it, don't give up. Don't take it all over under one, I don't know the expression in English. But don't judge all of the classes just because of one class. Please join multiple classes. And also with me, a lot of the times when I go to a new teacher, the first class is always like, I don't know if I like this style. And then I get used to it. And then it's like, I need this person in my life now. It's crazy, it's funny. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening, for being here, and for being interested and curious. And always stay curious, please. If you like this video, please like, comment if you want other either tutorials, videos, explanations, whatever. And remember to subscribe. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.